Approved Home Pros, connecting you to today's trends, easy upgrades, and the tips, advice, and answers you need for your home, featuring trusted local experts and San Diego's best home pros, guaranteed. Now, Approved Home Pros.
Welcome to Approved Home Pros. I'm Jordan Frazier.
And I'm Sean Johnson.
Sean, we're getting ready for Thanksgiving, time of year for giving and celebrating, but it's also unfortunately a time of year that people get taken advantage of. So we have some safety issues to talk about today.
Yeah, absolutely. We have some things that during the holidays you want to be aware of, and some ways to avoid having to call in somebody. Some ways to spot things that might be being upsold or being taken advantage of.
Well, that's a whole lot that you just covered in one small sentence there, because we're also going to talk about kitchen trends, and maybe there's time to squeeze that in, maybe not before Thanksgiving, but probably before the Christmas season.
Absolutely. We're going to talk about that. There's a variety of different things that we're going to be showing you today, as we always do, but a lot of it holiday themed and making sure that you're safe and taken advantage, not being taken advantage of during the season.
Which is very core to our mission. So let's talk a little bit more about that. We are the friendly resource here in San Diego. We want to make sure you have a good home improvement experience, honestly, because we just care.
Because we care, and actually we care on the show today. But we do, and it goes back to our core mission of why we founded Approved Home Pros, because I was taken advantage of, my wife and I were taken advantage of by unscrupulous contractors, so we know that feeling, and we want to protect people from ever having that experience themselves. So that's why we bring the pros on that we do. That's why we have the service we do on ApprovedHomePros.com. Anytime you can find the best pros that are going to be the safe, easy, reliable choice.
Because of course we've used our panel of experts and screened and vetted everyone. So before we dig into all those great topics, let's check out our quick tip of the week.
Hi, I'm Cheryl with Superior Flooring Cabinet Designs, and I have a quick tip for you today. When choosing a wood floor for a busy family, you want to look for something with a wire brush texture, because the scratches that happen in everyday life will blend in and won't become obvious.
Now it's time to Ask an Expert, where we tackle everyday home improvement topics to help you better understand your home. Today I'm with Greg Cantor, our resident expert for Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel. And Greg, today we're talking about being upsold, sold things you don't necessarily need, or driving the price up. What are some of the ways this can manifest?
One is a tech in the field that's on a sales commission, like in plumbing, heating, and air.
Okay.
Two is a low price, which to me is a telltale sign of what's to come. And three would be a vague contract where there's a lot of holes built into it intentionally so that they can upsell you.
Yeah, let's start with the tech in the field that may be on a commission and the consumer doesn't realize this. What's the danger there? The
danger is that the tech is going to strike fear into the homeowner and say that you need more repairs than are necessary.
So try and sell you things that you don't need. How can you know if you're being sold things you don't need? A second opinion, is that a good?
Well, first ask questions, but then if you don't like the answers, then yes, get a second or a third opinion.
And I always say, if you feel like there's something wrong, listen to that voice. I think that's always good advice. The other ones that you mentioned, the low price. Now, it's not just a low price in general, but it's a lower price than other companies are coming in within a range.
Right, and the prudent thing to do is to get 2 or 3 or 4 bids. But if one is drastically lower than the others, then to me that's a giant red flag.
Yeah, there's a range that good companies will come in. If somebody's far below that, this might be a sign that there's something wrong with that bid. The last one is vague contracts and companies that are going to try and fill in the gaps and raise your price.
Absolutely, and first of all, you need to understand what is included in that contract, and if there's what's called allowances to buy materials, you need to do your checking and some shopping to make sure that the amounts match the quality of what you want in your job.
So what's the advice here to consumers overall? Is it to get other opinions, to be able to if you feel like something's not right, to listen to that voice? What's the advice?
Just don't lay down. Ask questions and get a second opinion, especially if things don't feel right to you inside.
Thanks, Greg. If you have questions for our experts or want to see more information on previous questions, visit ApprovedHomePros.com in the Ask an Expert section. Now, what's hot in the kitchen? Jordan went to Expressions Home Gallery to learn more.
What's the latest and greatest technology and trends when it comes to the kitchen? I've come to Expressions Home Gallery to find out, where Scott here is giving me a tour of this decor vignette happening right in your showroom. Let's start, Scott, thanks for having me. Why decor?
Well, this is the newest vignette that we have remodeled with others to follow. And Decor, recently acquired by Samsung, they are taking a lot of the fun technological aspects that Samsung has developed and incorporating it into the high-end performance cooking pieces of the Decor brand.
I love it. So we're living in the kitchen of the future, basically, because
Yes.
let's start with my favorite new feature, the camera in the fridge.
Yes. So when you close the refrigerator door, it snaps a picture, records it onto your cloud, and then you can call it up when you're at the grocery store, see if you need milk, see what basically.
I can't remember when the last time I bought peanut butter was. I wonder if I have any.
Yes.
I can check.
Exactly.
So the fridge also has a new feature where it's kind of a soft touch door where it'll pop open for you.
Yes, some refrigerators can be a little difficult to open. With this, you tap the door and it will open the door 3 inches, so then you can then grab it and easily open it.
They're really thinking of everything.
Yes, making the kitchen easy.
Well, so the next thing over would be the stove and the range and the hood on top of it.
So what's new technologically there is Bluetooth interface between the range and the hood. So when you turn the range on, it automatically turns the hood on, so then you're getting proper ventilation in the kitchen.
Technology is really coming a long way in the kitchen.
Yes, most definitely.
Most importantly, let's say the wine station.
Yes, so the wine, it's a wonderful apparatus for the kitchen, holds 4 bottles, and it backfills with argon gas, so it preserves your wine perfectly. So if you just want to have 1 glass, you can just push the button, dispense however many ounces you want to have into your glass.
I love that. So what I'm noticing around the kitchen is this kind of like slate black look. Let's talk a little bit about decor style.
Yes, so in colors and in style and design, black stainless is trending a whole lot. There's a lot of faucets and fixtures that are also trending in black, as well as brass. Decor gives you a black burner top for your general everyday use, and then when you want to be fun and decorative, they also give you brass tops. And then again, that just ties in with trends of different faucet finishes.
Thanks so much, Scott. Whatever it is you're looking to upgrade your kitchen, the technology exists and it's waiting for you. So come check it out at Expressions off Miramar Road, just by the Pyramid.
Hi, I'm Linda Martin. If you've been concerned about your pool service, and I've had a pool since I was in high school, I've had all different kinds, and I really didn't know that one was very different than the other until I found Pyan Pool Service. And I got to tell you, the difference has been outstanding. I've had them for about a year, and Pyan Pool Service, this is a family owned and operated business, and Javier Pyan is at the helm. He's been doing this since I graduated from high school, which sort of dates me, but 1987, and it is amazing. From one day to the next when they came in here, it had been yellow and there were concerns, and we were still paying all this money a month, and it just wasn't looking that good. All of a sudden, Pyan comes in, and the difference is overnight, and it's crystal clear blue. It has been that way ever since. They are top-notch, best in class. They do really well. It means that they're the best in the industry. They go above and beyond what you want. And again, they're very proactive. I have an upgraded pool system, which is really nice. You can control it from your phone. I've had problems here and there in the beginning, and Javier himself would call me right back. And so I would get it taken care of, and all of a sudden it was working beautifully again. So their attention to detail and the way they all get along with each other, everything is all inclusive, and it really is so much better than anything I've had. If you've been having issues with your pool service and you really want to check something out that is way better, call Pyan Pool Service, and you can find them at ApprovedHomePros.com.
Don't trust your home improvement decisions to unverified consumer reviews on other sites. Approved Home Pros offers you free and easy access to expert reviews of San Diego's best home improvement professionals. Our in-depth screening, research, and reviews are conducted by experienced and trusted experts who are members of the local community with knowledge of local codes and common issues. Find San Diego pros and expert tips, advice, and answers on ApprovedHomePros.com.
Like a lot of things in life, contractors' work is heavily affected by seasonality. Today, I'm with JR from All Season Windows and Patios to help you learn how you can make this industry trend work to your advantage. JR, glad to have you on the show today.
Thanks for having us.
So in home improvement, seasonality is a big factor, and people can save a lot by buying off-season.
That's right.
In your specific area of home improvement outdoors, is it a big factor, seasonality, for you guys?
Yeah, we get a little bit slower, and people get into that mindset because it's a little bit colder or it might have rained. They don't think about the outdoors or their backyards anymore. But that's absolutely the best time to get a patio covered enclosure.
Yeah, because in your industry, you want to make sure that your workflow is maximized and your guys are busy all the time. I know at all season your folks are always busy, but you do experience those ups and downs, right?
Absolutely. We want to stay busy through all the way through Christmas, but we don't want our customers to think they can't get anything done.
Yeah, and it is oftentimes out of sight, out of mind. People aren't outdoors, they're not looking at the Joneses down the street, so they're not thinking about that outdoor environment, and they're not thinking about those upgrades. So you have a very special offer that's available for people, and it's a great discount because of that, to take advantage of the seasonality. What's that offer?
Well, right now we're doing our 20% discount on any of our products, patio covers, windows, doors, pavers, turf, but we're doing 25% off our enclosures, our sunrooms, many people call them, and 25% off our new fancy louvered roof, which is like shutters for your roof.
So, okay, let me make sure I really understand this. So 20% off any project that All Seasons does.
Right, absolutely.
But 25% off if your project includes an enclosure or a louvered roof, so 25% off everything?
Everything.
Wow, that's an amazing
Only available
sale.
the first 10 callers.
Yeah, that's a key thing, only the first 10 callers. And this is a great example of making that seasonality work for you as a homeowner, because you can only take 10 of these deals because you know that it's going to keep your guys busy in the way that you need your workflow to work.
Absolutely. So if you've got a family coming from out of town, we can still get your patio cover up or enclosure up before the holidays.
So all they have to do is mention Approved Home Pros when they call. And again, it's the first 10 people. That's really important. So thank you for offering this deal. It's a great savings for our audience. So go to ApprovedHomePros.com to find the number, or you can call the number on your screen. Now, to add the finishing touch to your outdoor space with decorative pieces from Thompson, we're headed out in the field.
Colorful pots and planter containers are a great way to put the accent features that you need for a beautiful backyard transformation. So I'm here at Thompson Building Materials with Meredith Farrell, one of our design consultants, and she's helping me figure out how we know which pots to take home. So you have such a selection here. Where do we start? Color, shape, size?
All of that, actually. We have a very wide selection of inventory that we have on hand, and that is actually always evolving. So whether you see something that you like today or maybe don't have what you're looking for, we get new inventory all the time.
I love it.
So that's something to keep in mind. But yes, one thing that we would ask you is where do you plan on using this container? What type of area are you looking to fill in and accent with?
Because size makes a really big difference when it comes to these planter pots. A larger one, such as this one, with a tall plant in it, can help you add some privacy if there's a space you want to fill in. And then maybe a smaller one is a great opportunity just to add a pop of color to kind of a barren corner.
Right, or your front porch, your back porch. Just a lot of people that are doing the drought-tolerant yards want to add some color into that type of landscape as well. So that's a really nice feature that you can get into that.
So my favorite part about this is, of course, that these are movable. You can, if you get sick of it in one corner, you can move it somewhere else. And if you move homes, you can take it with you.
Absolutely. So that is a really nice feature of these containers, is that whether you're an older couple looking to downsize or you're a younger couple that may be renting your first home, the pots are still a way that you can, affordable way that you can add some interest to your landscape in your yard, but not have it be a permanent fixture where if you want to move in a year or two, they can certainly go with you.
So what if, even though you have such a large selection here, what if I don't find that perfect one for what I'm thinking I need?
We do actually offer a custom line of pottery that we can have fabricated in our Fontana location. It's from our sister company, which is Valori Precast.
Wow.
So it's a precast concrete product that basically the sky's the limit. Any size, any color, most any color, and then we offer that in 3 different finishes.
Wow.
So you can basically custom design your own plant containers.
Which is so cool. And some of these are quite large, so deliveries?
Some of these are quite large and quite heavy. Some of them are very lightweight, like we talked about, being able to move them indoors and out easily, but some of these larger glazed clay products are quite heavy, and we do offer delivery. So regardless of where you are in the county, we can get them to you.
Thanks, Meredith. So head to Thompson today. There is a wide selection of colorful pots and these beautiful accent features to finish off your backyard transformation. Visit Thompson today, just 5 miles outside of downtown off the 94 freeway.
I'm here with our Ace Hardware Project of the Week with Lou Manfredini. Lou, great to see you.
Nice to see you.
And today we're talking about painter's tape. I don't know a lot about painter's tape, but I know there's a difference in various versions.
Well, when you come to your average Ace Hardware store, you're going to find a lot of tape. There's actually more tape than you probably need to buy when it comes to painting, but it is important. 3M, of course, was kind of the originator of the Blue Painter's tape. We also have an Ace brand that we sell, and then this Frog tape, which is what I have displayed on this panel, is really been sort of a game changer because they use sort of this edge lock technology. And so when you're putting any kind of paint on here, painter's tape rather, if you're going around trim or you're going to create some stripes on a wall, the trick is when you apply it to then use your finger to set it, because the whole idea is that when you apply that paint, okay, and you're kind of creating those lines, whatever it may be, if you don't set it when you peel the tape, you're going to get what they call bleed through. Now, painter's tape also has what they call a release, meaning that on average it takes about 15 days, and then you need to take the tape off. Otherwise, there'll be a residue. When you're doing any kind of taping, you want to come across on an angle like this to kind of give you that crisp line. Now, that's just a very light coat of paint that you can see there, but you see how crisp that line is? Good quality painter's tape. Talk to the associates in the store to tell them exactly what you're working on so you get the right stuff. Set it, paint it, peel it like a pro.
And if you wait too long, it can some of the paint can come off, right?
Correct, right. So if you over paint on it, you want to do it while it's still damp and peel it away and then let it dry.
That makes a lot of sense.
Look at the stuff you're learning.
Hey, I start out knowing nothing, and I've learned a lot already because I've made the same mistakes.
Right.
I've painted and I've left it on too long, and I've peeled off large portions of the paint job myself.
You'll see on most of the on the rolls, they will have what they call a release time. Some go as long as 30 days because, I mean, for a lot of people, if you think about a paint project, right? Maybe you're going to do it on the weekends, and you're going to do it over several weekends, and so it's not realistic that you're going to do all the taping and then take it and peel it all away. So look for tapes that have a longer release time if you know the project's going to go a couple weekends.
That way, I have a little bit more freedom. That's marvelous. So if you are going to be doing any painting, head into your local Ace Hardware store or go to sdacehardware.com to find the store nearest you.
Did you know that the air inside your home can be even 10 times more polluted than the air outside? Bob Browley from We Care Plumbing, Heating and Air is here to help with our indoor air quality today. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
What factors make it so that our indoor air quality can actually be worse than outside?
Because your house basically entraps everything. It's a sealed area. The wind outside, at least it's blowing all the particles around. Inside your house, it just sits there. Stuff comes out of your attic. You got smells that are coming from chemicals. It's all just sitting in your house.
So what I think of as protecting me is actually just trapping these things all around me.
It's just a giant envelope that's keeping it sealed inside.
So I know you can get kind of air purifiers, air filters at the big box stores. Are those good solutions?
Not really, because what those products are for is like if you're right in front of it, it works great. But if you're trying to do your whole house, it's never going to do your whole system. You'd have to buy one for every single room to even do something a normal system would do.
And I don't imagine that's very cost effective.
No, it's not. It's definitely not.
So what are these systems that they run through your air conditioning ducts?
Yes, these systems actually can be applied to most of your existing systems. And you either have filtration or you have purification, or you can do a combination of both.
And what's the difference? What would I need to know?
Filtration is going to take the particles of dust and everything else out of the system. Purification is actually for odors, VOCs, any other chemicals and stuff. Also, like if you're sick and stuff, germs, it helps eliminate those.
So I know you guys call that Care Air, and we've got a special on that today.
Yes, we have a $250 off of Care Air product.
So that's a purification system. You said they can be tag teamed together with the filtration?
Yes, it can. The ultimate system would be have an air purification system and an air filtration system. The air purification system is like little scrubbing bubbles. They go out in your air. They float around in your house. They attack themselves onto the products or the particles and stuff, and drop to the ground, and you're able to vacuum them up or clean them up.
So this actually would help you get the particles out of the house, because as soon as you vacuum them, they go in the vacuum bag and then they go in the trash.
Correct. And this is actually a product that's actually used on the space station, and also they actually use them in casinos. If you ever notice you go to a casino and people are smoking, you really don't get hit by that smell of smoke.
Yeah.
Because these particles drop and hit the ground. And then that's when it's on the ground. That's why the carpet's so bad on the ground in the casinos.
Well, thanks so much, Bob. You really should take advantage of that special today. Let We Care help with your indoor air quality. Take advantage of that $250 off special and call 619-333-8646 for your free consultation today.
Be safe, be sure, be confident about the home improvement companies you work with the Approved Home Pros Guarantee. Only Approved Home Pros guarantees you will be satisfied with your home improvement, repair, or service, or we'll step in to help make it right. If you need help, our team of experts is behind you every step of the way when you use a pro in the Approved Home Pros network. Move forward with confidence knowing you're never in this alone. Find a pro today at ApprovedHomePros.com. It's guaranteed.
Hi, I'm Greg McKay with New View Window Films, and here's your quick tip of the day. The misconception is that all window films are dark in appearance. They don't have to be dark in appearance. This is a typical film that's a 50% film. This will cut 50% of the heat, 99.9% of your UV rays, and you won't even be able to tell that it's on your glass. That's my quick tip of the day.
I'm here at Reborn Cabinets San Diego showroom with David Dolan And David, I should have said Reborn Cabinets and Bath Solutions, because we're talking all about bathrooms today.
Yeah, we've got a wide variety of bathrooms to show you.
And it's a topic I think is very interesting, to me at least. I learned from you that a lot of people are probably putting a lot of scrubbing time, cleaning time, chemicals into keeping their shower clean when they don't have to.
Exactly. Most people today have tile systems, and with a tile system, to keep the grout clean takes a lot of elbow grease, a lot of work, a lot of chemicals.
And that's where mold tends to get started, is in the grout. Why is that the case?
Grout is a breeding ground for mold. So what happens is, as it grows from the outside in. So if people were to remove it and look behind their walls, they'd see a lot of mold back there. So with our systems, mold can't grow.
So all you're really seeing when you're getting rid of the mold, you think you're cleaning it off. Behind it, there's the root there that's continuing to grow. That's why it's so hard to eliminate.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, with this, another interesting thing that you shared with me is if somebody already has that mold growing, you put the system over the top and it stops that existing mold from growing?
Yeah, so we don't have to do a lot of demolition work where we have to tear everything out. We can actually go right over the system, with the tile system that's in place, and this cuts off the food source. So no more water, no more heat or light, and the mold will just dissipate behind the walls.
Wow, see, I would be concerned that you're putting this over the top of that you have that mold hidden back there, but it kills it off.
It dies, yep.
That's really interesting. So people are able to keep this clean, this kind of a system, without all those chemicals. What do they need to clean something like this?
It's very easy to take care of. You don't have to use any abrasive cleaners. You can take and fill a water bottle up with some vinegar water, spray it, wipe it down, or just put a little soap detergent inside there, fill it with water, and do the same thing.
So somebody at home now that's using a ton of chemicals, cleaning it like crazy and not getting anywhere, they're going to notice a huge difference with this in their lifestyle and the chemicals that they have in their home.
Less time cleaning, more time for enjoyment.
Last thing, it's available in a variety of colors, different options and sizes, and you can do just about any home.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, we have different colors, but we also have different textures. So you can see here we have a 12 by 12 look. No grout, but it looks like a tile system.
So all the benefits of tile without all the hassle, and much easier for your home and not having to have all those chemicals.
Exactly.
It's great all the way around. Thanks so much, David. If you want to have a bathroom that you can keep clean without all those chemicals and save on all the cleaning time as well, go to Reborn Cabinets. You can find them at ApprovedHomePros.com, just like all of our great pros.
The holidays can take a toll on your plumbing, but thankfully Bob Briley from We Care Plumbing, Heating and Air is here to help us avoid disaster. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me in.
Why is the holidays the worst time?
Well, because you're having all kinds of people come over, usually all within the next couple days and stuff, and your plumbing gets actually pushed to its limits most of the time.
So we're talking bathroom and kitchen. Let's start in the bathroom.
Bathroom.
What kind of tips can help us out here?
Well, the number one I would say is get a plunger for every bathroom. You know, that way if somebody has an issue, they're not calling you up, or they're able to take care of it right there, and it's an embarrassing situation. So you might want to just
everyone involved. I've been the person who receives the call and says, I'm in your bathroom, do you have a plunger?
Right.
It's no fun being that person either, I'll
No,
tell you.
not at all. And then they also have little scuffers and stuff that can actually go in your sinks or in your bathtubs, and actually traps all the hair and stuff.
Oh, you're commenting?
No, my hair's thinning too. I got a little 5 head going right here.
And what about things we should maybe not flush down the toilet?
Definitely Fenneman products. Please throw those in the trash can. They do not do any good for the plumbing. They will get trapped in the plumbing lines. They are not biodegradable most of the time.
Yeah.
And you're not doing anything for the environment also.
So great tips for the bathroom. We know what we can avoid here, because we don't want to have to call you over the holidays. As nice as you are, Bob, You don't want
to see me?
I don't want to challenge you over your Thanksgiving break or over mine. So what about the kitchen? The garbage disposal is probably the main factor.
Yes, please don't use the garbage disposal like people think it's supposed to be used. It's not a blender for food. It's basically a garbage disposal. Is if take all your dishes, scrape them into the trash can, and any other product that's left on it, that's okay to go through it, but don't sit there and scrape your dish into the sink itself. It's just going to cause your whole plumbing system to start backing up. It's going to attract it. It's going to be stuck in all the traps and everything else.
Should we have our drains maybe cleaned out before the holidays?
I recommend yes. That way you're starting fresh. That way you're avoiding any potential problems that could happen when the holiday seasons, because then you're paying holiday fees and you're paying everything else for someone to come out and take care of you.
And conveniently, of course, We Care has a great special right now. It is $79 for your first drain cleaning, which is a $20 savings. And then if you have any additional drains that need to be cleaned, it is only $59 per drain, which is another $40 savings on top of that. Bob, one last question. What can we do to prevent any smells coming out of that garbage disposal?
Ice. Well, not use it like people think they're supposed to use it, but also use ice. Put some ice in there. The ice, what it does is actually chills any oils and stuff there and clumps them up and lets them go on down. If you put hot water down, all it does is it turns that stuff into wax and it just sticks to your pipe.
Thanks so much. We always appreciate your insights here. Don't have any holiday woes this season. WeCare is here to help if you do, though. So give them a call, 619-333-8646, or find them on ApprovedHomePros.com.
Have you been in your current home for a while and find it doesn't fit your needs? Are you now questioning if it's your forever home? So, do you list it and move on, or upgrade and stay? As Approved Home Pros resident expert, I came up with some important questions to consider. Is your home in your heart? Do you like your neighbors, the location, schools, and the home itself? If you remodel, do you have a realistic budget, and are you willing to stay long enough to see the return on investment? By completing improvements or adding space cost effectively, will you and your family be happy? Instead of improving, is it more cost effective to find a new home? Before making this important decision, your emotional attachment, whether renovating will bring a good return on investment, and the affordability of buying a replacement home must be considered. I recommend consulting with a local real estate and experienced home improvement professional. They will help educate you to make an informed decision.
Only Approved Home Pros gives you the expert advantage you need when navigating the world of home improvement. Our network is a team of the most trusted and highly respected local home improvement experts. Expert reviews, advice, and answers have given thousands of homeowners like you the confidence that comes from having a team of professionals behind you. Like a friend in the business, we're here to protect your home and family by making it easy to find and connect with San Diego's best pros at ApprovedHomePros.com.
I learned so much today, Sean. How about you?
Well, I learned a lot. I was taking notes, actually. When you were talking with Bob Riley, you kept him around for a couple of segments.
Yeah.
About ways to not have to call a plumber during the holidays. That's a key thing. I've had to call a plumber in on Thanksgiving. You never want to have to do that.
It's just one of those situations you'd rather avoid. You know, we want to make sure you have a good home improvement experience when you need a plumber, which is great that we have a resource like WeCare. And you want to make sure that you don't have to have them as often as you think.
Yeah, exactly. And so some of those tips were wonderful tips. And if folks missed any of those, they can go on to ApprovedHomePros.com. We have all of that information
Absolutely.
on there. The other things that stood out to me was, as I was talking with Greg Cantor about the ways to spot if you're being upsold. That's such a core thing to our mission, is to making sure people don't get taken advantage of and don't fall prey to some of the predatory practices that are out there.
Unfortunately, you're right, home improvement is an industry that has a lot of those predatory practices. And like you said, we want to make sure that doesn't happen to you. It's important to spot the signs of being upsold and really, buying what you want. And it's okay if you want to buy more than what's necessary, but you should be informed and you should have that choice.
Yeah, so the specific tips that Greg gave us I think are great. The thing that I really walk away with is that voice within you that tells you, hey, something's wrong here, not right, is listen to that voice.
And that it's perfectly okay to get a second opinion. And in fact,
great idea.
They expect you to.
Yeah, it's a great idea. And if you're being pressured not to, that in itself is a warning sign. So if you need a second opinion, ApprovedHomePros.com, we have all of the pros on there that you could ever need to get a second opinion.
Of course, exactly. Whatever it is that you need for your home, you can search quickly and easily and always for free right at ApprovedHomePros.com.
Thank you for joining the Approved Home Pro Show. To connect with the show or find the very best home improvement companies in San Diego, log on to ApprovedHomePros.com or call 855-840-APRO. See you soon.